Hello, this is Roundcat, and I just wanted to show you the basement map as it currently stands. This is a decompiled version of the map which should accurately represent what is going on. I know some of you might not know how to map build, and this might serve to be a little bit interesting, but the main purpose of showing you this is just to demonstrate what is wrong with the current map. And there are a few things wrong with it. First of all, this idea here of preventing the enemy team getting into, in this example, blue base. The idea of that, this person who made this map has created this object here, a respawn visualizer, which is fine, but when you get little joins here, this red thing is called a clip, and it prevents players being able to, any player being able to get beyond this red object. But when you get cross sections like that, players can get stuck. Players can actually get stuck anywhere on this line if you accidentally happen across it. There's also this really annoying bit here where you can get stuck. So first of all, peeling that away, deleting it. Then you got this bloody thing here, and there's the player clip again. But there's little bits where you can get stuck, like around here. You can get stuck, which can be very annoying. But the main thing that kind of disturbed me when I first looked at this map is you can see the floor here. There's the floor. I just bring up the actual elevations of it. There's the floor there. So that's how big it is. It's quite thick. If I go down into this basement section, you can see this floor here. Now what's interesting is you see how the lines are moving that way. That's because this floor extends all the way underneath the entire map. Now this is an actual texture. I know it's not much of a texture, but it's a texture nevertheless, and it is it's designed to have graphic animation. When a bullet hits it, it's all bulletable. It's designed to be lit, and when you compile the map, it is trying to light it. And this is all hidden, never ever seen by any other players, and therefore should not have that texture on it. It should have this texture on it. Which I'll just demonstrate. This one here, it should have this texture on it. Oh god. Now this yellow texture, as you can see, is called no draw. That means that it never gets written. If I would build this map, I would have had this hallway in the basement area sort of cut out. And in fact I did on my version. So sloppy sloppy, messy messy, naughty naughty. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to demonstrate is if I'm going to colour all of that level under in the basement. I'm going to colour it all yellow. Okay, like that. There's a strip there. I know why this strip's there. I'll leave that strip for now. But what I just want to demonstrate is this. So I'm going to start deleting. Delete. Just deleted all levels of floor, and there's more texture underneath. That's a texture. It should be no draw. So let's delete that now. And now we're down to an orange texture, never seen by players. It should be no draw, whatever it is anyway. And there's me deleting even more, and now we're down to the no draw texture that I just created. So 3 levels of mass expanse that are all given textures, and they shouldn't. Now I've done that, let's look here. This is a little intersection. This is the ramp going down into the basement. I'm going to remove the roof here. And here's the wall. Now, that there is the laziest map making I've ever seen. They're not even the same height. What should happen there? Well, first of all, this side of the wall isn't being seen by anybody, so that should be, you've guessed it, that colour. So should that one. Should all be, all the bits not seen by anyone, well that bit is. Should all be coloured that way. I'm saying coloured, it's not properly colouring. But this intersection here is just just these two straight sections crossing over one another. If I you can see them here. This is the actual. This is what they've done. Now, what they should do is something similar to. I'm not suggesting this is exactly what they should do, but you would do this instead. You join the corners up. Let me see. You would join the corners up like that, so that it joins on perfectly, and you would probably have things at the right height. So I'm just telling you, that's like just an example. This sort of joining is throughout the entire map in the basement. It's really, really messy. If you go through to the main room, this here is God knows what's going on here. Let's just get rid of the floor. And look at that, skybox underneath. Jesus. There you go. There. Look at that. This is rubbish. Oh look, it's good into the floor there. It's not very good, and stuff like that just makes it all run a bit slow. It isn't the best way to go about building a map, and I don't mean to be too critical, but you know, you want to run a successful server, you want at least the map to be as best optimized as it can be. Because it's a great map. It's kind of the timing of a map is really important. Make it a little bit too big, a little bit too small, and players don't like it. It has to be absolutely right. And the dimensions of this seem to be perfect to me. My second version of this was a little bit too different, I think. So I'm currently working on one which is an exact representation, but with all those little bits that I've just flagged fixed. I'm also going to fix the tower, because for example, if you're coming from the blue side through here and you want to go into the basement, you've got to run over here. You can just run around this corner and jump down and be in the basement a fraction of a second quicker than if you were coming from the red side. You would be in the basement quicker. Likewise, if you're coming from the red side down here and you want to run up the ramp, you've got to run across the room. Whereas if you're coming from the blue side, you don't. You just go straight up. So there's an advantage to blue sometime. There's an advantage to red sometime. Another one I thought of was if you're an engineer, which I love to be, and you put it's quite advantageous at the start to put a sentry here, which covers the ramps going up into the tower. So I can very quickly run from base, put a sentry there, and then maybe put another one there. If you're coming from the red side, you want to put a sentry to cover the ramp, you have to cross to this side, which makes you vulnerable to sniper fire and also gives your position away and what you're doing away to the other team. So that isn't hugely fair. This idea is actually quite nice because it's nice space saver, but there was something else. Oh yeah, this bit here is quite good, but it's the same thing again. If you're running up these slopes, a sniper can get in position here very, very quickly and start covering those slopes going up into the tower. It's no big deal, this really, but they can do it quite quickly from their base. Whereas if you're on the other side, you don't get any sort of coverage from these positions here on the red side, because the slope, to get to the slopes in the tower, you have to come over here, which is a longer distance to run. It's tiny stuff, but you change something really simple on a map, and it just makes all the difference. It can just throw the whole balance. That's why it's very important on these type of maps to make them symmetrical. And on the whole, generally speaking, this map is, as you can see, kind of symmetrical. Another thing that kind of bugs me about this is it's not in. Oops. It's not in the bloody middle. That really annoys me. The map needs to be in the middle between those blue. What's it doing on the side? It's way down there. It should be up there. It should be like that. And there's a reason for that. It's to do with this the skybox camera, which we haven't got a skybox on this map. But I just wanted to share with you what is wrong with this map, and I urge you, because I like playing on it, to maybe let it be fixed. Or don't even get me started on this. Look at this. Delete, 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 delete. And what have we got here? That there should pretty much be one shape, I would have said, but no. Look at this. What the hell? All these... it's just not right. What's that? What's this? What's this? We never see this. It's got a texture. It's got a wood texture on it. It goes all the way under here. Oh, look, there's texture down there as well. What's all that for? What's this? It's just a bit bonkers. What's going on here? Look. Oh, jeez. And up here, for example, that. Look. It's just not right. It should be. There it is. I'm zooming in on it. Look. Now, this edge here, never been seen. You're never going to see it. So why is it bloody coloured? Why is a texture been added to it? That's just really, that's just more time and more rendering, and it should be like that. If it's not seen, it should have that texture on it. It's kind of a golden rule. Anyway, I'm not here to moan and bitch about it. I'm just here to show you what's actually a little bit wrong with this map. And now I have exposed it for what it is.